Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. They say some legends never die. They just wait patiently to roar back into life. And that's exactly what's happening here with the return of an icon reborn not just with nostalgia, but with a purpose. Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub, and today, we're diving deep into one of the most awaited resurrections in the Indian motorcycle scene, the 2025 Yamaha Rajdoot 350. This isn't just a motorcycle. It's a resurrection of memories, an echo of old-school thumpers, brought forward into the present with modern engineering and retro charm that tugs at the heartstrings of every rider who ever dreamed of riding free. To understand the 2025 Yamaha Rajdoot 350, we must first understand what it represents. The original Rajdoot was a collaboration between Yamaha and escorts that ruled Indian roads for decades. It was tough, reliable, and had a rugged charisma that made it the choice of daily commuters, daredevil stuntmen, and even Bollywood movie stars. But now, decades later, Yamaha has decided it's time to bring back the name, but this time, not as a commuter. No. The 2025 Rajdoot 350 is a full-fledged retro-classic motorcycle aimed at those who crave heritage but refuse to compromise on modern-day reliability, performance, and refinement. Let's start by talking about what lies at the heart of this reincarnated beast. Powering the new Rajdoot 350 is a refined 349 cubic centimeters single-cylinder, air and oil-cooled, SOHC engine that Yamaha has fine-tuned for torquey low-end performance while maintaining smooth highway cruising ability. The motor produces 25 horsepower at around 7,000 RPM and 29 Nm of torque that kicks in early, right at 5,000 RPM. It's mated to a slick 5-speed gearbox and benefits from a newly designed balancer shaft to reduce vibrations without removing the classic thumper feel. And for purists, yes, the engine still has a hint of that mechanical pulse that made the original such a characterful machine. This bike isn't trying to be a high-revving screamer. It's meant to be ridden slow and steady through winding roads, cityscapes, and the occasional weekend highway sprint. That low-end torque makes it an effortless urban cruiser, while the longer gear ratios allow it to sit comfortably at 90 to 100 km per hour without breaking a sweat. Yamaha has clearly put a lot of thought into making this machine usable for modern roads but retaining a riding soul that feels analog and raw. A combination that's rare in this digital age. Now let's talk about the frame and underpinnings. Yamaha's engineers went with a double-cradle steel frame, similar to the original but heavily reworked for rigidity and weight balance. The result is a planted, predictable ride feel with a healthy dose of nostalgia in the handling. The chassis feels solid at low and mid-range speeds, and cornering clearance has been thoughtfully increased to suit India's ever-changing road conditions. Telescopic front forks with fork gaiters and dual rear shock absorbers do the suspension duties. These are tuned more for comfort than outright performance, which makes sense given the Rajdoot's touring and cruising ambitions. Braking has been modernized with a 280mm front disc and a 240mm rear disc, both assisted by dual-channel ABS. The bite is progressive rather than aggressive, again suiting the overall calm and composed demeanor of the motorcycle. The bike rides on 18-inch wire-spoked wheels wrapped in dual-purpose C80 tires, perfect for city rides with occasional off-road detours or countryside exploration. Design-wise, Yamaha deserves credit for nailing the retro vibe without making it look outdated. The round halogen headlamp sits proudly at the front, flanked by bulb indicators and an all-metal front fender. The tank is a masterpiece. Sculpted yet bulky, finished in classic dual-tone shades with pinstripes and that unmistakable Rajdoot emblem. The seat is a long, flat, ribbed leather unit that screams old-school craftsmanship. There's even a luggage rack at the back, reminiscent of the days when this bike used to carry everything from gas cylinders to entire families. Every detail on this bike has been curated to respect its legacy. The analog twin-pod cluster includes a speedometer, tachometer, and a small LCD inset that shows odometer, trip meters, fuel gauge, and a gear position indicator, nothing too fancy, but just enough to stay relevant in 2025. Chrome is tastefully used on the exhaust, mirrors, and handlebar ends, and the paint finish has the deep, glossy richness that reflects Yamaha's high-quality standards. The exhaust note deserves a separate mention. It's deep, bassy, and authentic. Yamaha has tuned the single-cylinder thumper to emit a mature growl that builds as you rev but never becomes shrill or harsh. It's the kind of sound that makes you downshift for fun, the kind of sound that makes pedestrians turn their heads, not in alarm, but in admiration. The ergonomics are spot on for long-distance comfort. The handlebars are wide and slightly swept back, giving you an upright riding posture. The mid-set foot pegs make it relaxed without feeling lazy. It's a bike you can ride for hours without fatigue, and that's exactly what Yamaha wants you to do. Ride it, not just admire it parked outside a cafe. Fuel tank capacity stands at 14.5 liters, and Yamaha claims a mileage of 35 to 38 kilometers per liter under mixed riding conditions. That gives you a theoretical range of over 500 kilometers, which makes it a genuine option for highway runs and weekend escapes. What makes the 2025 Rajdoot 350 truly special, though, is its positioning. It's not pretending to be a cafe racer or a high-performance naked bike. It knows exactly what it is, a retro roadster that tugs at your emotions. In a sea of bikes that are becoming more digital, more sanitized, more automatic, this is one that brings back the old connection between man and machine. You ride it because you want to, not because it's the fastest or most advanced. Now let's address the pricing. Yamaha has managed to pull off something impressive here. The 2025 Rajdoot 350 is priced at 2.25 Indian rupees lakhs ex-showroom, placing it right in the sweet spot against the Royal Enfield Classic 350, Honda CB 350, and Jawa 42. But where the Rajdoot 350 edges ahead is in heritage appeal. It's not just retro-styled, it is retro in origin. That name carries decades of legacy, and Yamaha has been careful to build on it without diluting its authenticity. There are 3 color options: Regal Maroon, Midnight Black, and Heritage Silver. Each one carries its own aura. The maroon is classic and bold. The black is stealthy and mysterious. And the silver feels the most vintage, like it came straight from a time capsule. Whichever you pick, the bike is guaranteed to grab attention and stir conversations. Customization is another strong suit. Yamaha will be offering a range of accessories: chrome crash guards, saddle stays, pannier mounts, tank grips, even leather tool rolls and canvas saddlebags. This turns the Rajdoot 350 into not just a motorcycle, but a canvas for self-expression. Whether you're a college student, a working professional, or a nostalgic collector, there's a Rajdoot configuration for you. Another notable aspect is the build quality. Everything feels solid: the switchgear, the levers, even the center stand is built like a tank. There's very little plastic. Yamaha has used generous amounts of metal on this motorcycle, and you can feel the weight and quality when you swing your leg over or put it on the stand. It's not light at 182 kilograms curb, but that weight adds to its planted road feel and gives it a reassuring heft. Thanks for riding along with us today at Bike Culture Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Yamaha Rajdoot 350, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon for more immersive motorcycle reviews, ride stories, and everything that fuels your two-wheeled passion. Drop a comment if you had any memories with the original Rajdoot or if you're planning to test ride the new one. This is Rizwan signing off. Ride safe, stay curious, and always respect the road. See you in the next one.